Ever wondered what it would be like to wake up on Mars, the red planet? Imagine an alien world, a crimson landscape stretching out before you as your new home. Mars, our neighboring planet, holds secrets and challenges that humans aspire to uncover and conquer. A step-by-step journey awaits us, from the genesis of this audacious idea to the reality of a thriving Martian civilization. The journey to Mars starts with the first step. But what does that step look like? The first steps on Mars won't be a simple stroll in the park. The moment we touch down on this crimson landscape, we're venturing into the unknown, a world that has never felt the imprint of a human foot. And even getting there is a feat in itself. The journey to Mars isn't your typical road trip. It's a cosmic voyage spanning millions of miles, fraught with a multitude of technical challenges. Picture a spacecraft hurtling through the void at 65,000 miles per hour, aiming for a moving target millions of miles away. Now imagine trying to slow down that spacecraft to land safely on the Martian surface. It's a bit like trying to park a speeding car on a patch of ice, but 100 times more complicated. But landing on Mars is just the beginning. The Martian environment is harsh and unforgiving. The thin atmosphere offers little protection from solar radiation. The temperatures can plummet to minus 130 degrees Fahrenheit at night. And the dust storms, they can engulf the entire planet and last for months. Then there's the isolation. Mars is, on average, 140 million miles away from Earth. That's a long, long way from home. The psychological toll of such isolation, of being the only humans in an alien landscape, millions of miles from the comforts of Earth, is something we are only beginning to understand. But despite these immense challenges, we remain undeterred. We continue to push the boundaries of human exploration, to extend our reach beyond the confines of our home planet. Because that's what we do. We venture into the unknown, we explore, we discover, we overcome. Overcoming these challenges paves the way for the next phase: survival. And that's where things get really interesting, but that's a story for another time. For now, just imagine what it would be like to take that first step on Mars, to leave the first human footprint on an alien world. It's a thrilling thought, isn't it? Surviving on Mars is a game of adaptation and innovation. In the harsh Martian environment, every breath, every drop of water, and every morsel of food becomes a crucial resource. Thankfully, we've got some pretty smart minds working on how to make those resources available to our brave Martian pioneers. Shelter is our first order of business. Picture this: 3D printed habitats using Martian soil, or regolith, as the primary building material. Ingenious, isn't it? These habitats would not only provide protection from the severe Martian weather, but also from solar radiation, a constant threat on a planet with a much thinner atmosphere than Earth's. Next, we'll need food and water. Hydroponics and aeroponics, methods of growing plants without soil, could be the answer to our dietary needs. These systems use nutrient-rich water, taking up less space and resources than traditional farming. And speaking of water, Mars isn't as dry as you might think. Ice exists beneath the surface. And with a bit of technological trickery, we could extract this ice and convert it into potable water. Then there's the matter of waste management. On Mars, nothing can be wasted, not even waste. Human waste could be treated and transformed into fertilizer for those hydroponic gardens we mentioned earlier. Additionally, water from breath and sweat could be captured and recycled back into the habitat's life support systems. But survival isn't just about the physical necessities. The psychological challenges of living on a distant, alien world shouldn't be underestimated. To combat loneliness and isolation, virtual reality could provide a mental escape, allowing inhabitants to feel as if they're back home on Earth, at least for a while. So, you see, survival on Mars isn't just about staying alive. It's about thriving, about creating a sustainable way of life in a place that was once thought to be uninhabitable. Once we've mastered survival, it's time to think bigger. It's time for civilization. Building a civilization on Mars involves more than just bricks and mortar. Imagine, if you will, the establishment of an entirely new society, a fresh start, a blank canvas. This goes far beyond mere survival. It's about crafting a sustainable and thriving society, complete with governance, economy, and culture. Let's start with governance. As we venture into the red frontier, we need to ensure that we have a system in place to maintain peace and order. This might mean establishing a new form of government, one that's flexible, adaptive, and responsive to the unique challenges of Martian living. We're talking about a system that can effectively manage resources, make crucial decisions, and uphold the rights of every inhabitant. Next up, the Martian economy. It's not just about trading Martian rocks. We need an economy that can sustain life on Mars and promote growth. This might involve farming in Martian soil, mining for precious minerals, or even developing new technologies that could be exported back to Earth. Just imagine your next smartphone could be made on Mars. But what about culture? A civilization is more than just its buildings and economy. It's about the people, their traditions, their way of life. On Mars, we have the chance to create a new culture, one that is shaped by the unique experiences of its people. This could be a culture that values innovation, resilience, and adaptability. It could be a culture that celebrates the Martian landscape, the red deserts, the towering Olympus Mons, and the whispering winds of the Martian night. And let's not forget about education. On Mars, we have the chance to redefine what it means to learn and grow. We could foster a culture of curiosity and exploration where every new discovery is a step towards understanding our place in the universe. A civilization isn't built in a day or even a year, but with time, Mars could become a second home. A place where we not only survive, but thrive. A place where we learn, grow, and build a future that is truly out of this world. So what does the future hold for Mars? Well, just as Earth's destiny was once uncertain, Mars too teeters on the brink of a new era. As we look forward, the red planet holds the potential to become a fully self-sustaining colony. Its crimson landscape transformed into a vibrant, life-sustaining ecosystem. Imagine for a moment a world where Martian cities are bustling with activity, their inhabitants breathing Martian air, drinking Martian water and living off Martian produce. In essence, embracing a life that is uniquely Martian. This is no mere flight of fancy, but a scientific possibility rooted in the concept of terraforming. Terraforming, the process of transforming a hostile environment into one suitable for human life, is a thrilling prospect. It involves a series of ambitious steps, like thickening Mars's thin atmosphere, warming its chilly surface, and eventually introducing plant life to create a breathable atmosphere. But remember, this is a process that could span centuries, a testament to the human spirit of endurance and innovation. The future of Mars isn't just about creating a second home, but it's also about advancing our capabilities in interplanetary travel. Mars serves as a stepping stone, a launch pad, if you will, to the wider cosmos. With the lessons learned on Mars, we can dare to dream bigger, to venture further into the unknown, and perhaps set foot on even more distant worlds. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The journey to a self-sustaining Mars is fraught with challenges, each one a puzzle to be solved, a trial to be overcome. It's a journey that will test our mettle, our resilience, and our collective will to survive and thrive. The future of Mars is not a destination, but a journey of discovery, of endurance, of transformation. It's a testament to our capacity to dream, to innovate, and to reshape the world around us. As we stand on the precipice of this new era, we are reminded that the only limits are those we set for ourselves. The future of Mars is as boundless as the cosmos itself. So what have we learned about life on Mars? As we've discovered, it's a journey that begins with the first brave steps onto its rust-colored surface. Mars, a world where survival isn't a given, but something to be earned. A world where every breath of thin, carbon dioxide-rich air, every sip of water extracted from its icy poles, and every bite of food grown in Martian soil is a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. It's not just about survival, though. It's about transforming a barren, alien landscape into a thriving civilization, building habitats, establishing industries, and creating a new society that reflects the best of what it means to be human. It's about making Mars not just livable, but a place where life flourishes. And what of the future? As we've seen, it's a future that's as exciting as it is uncertain, a future where Mars could serve as a stepping stone to the rest of the solar system and beyond. A future where our descendants might look up at the night sky from their Martian homes and see Earth as a distant blue star. Life on Mars is more than a dream, it's a goal, a challenge, and perhaps one day a reality. It's a grand adventure that could redefine what it means to be a human being in the vast expanse of the cosmos.